You got the okay. Good?
Okay.
Alright. Barakateh Hawa. Barakateh Hawa Shai. Welcome to another lesson. I'm with the brothers here in San Francisco, GMSSANFRAN, or what's the name of y'all brothers page?
GMSSANFRAN.
SF-Bay. You know, I mean, if y'all brothers want, y'all can slide to the side, you know, that way. Good to see y'all. And I got the brother Yakal, brother Yadawan, brother Kanak, and the brother Gabar. The Gabar part, right? And pretty much, you know, this is gonna be like an open forum, various topics type thing. And if the Spirit leads you to one or two lessons, then you know I'll just change the title of the lesson. But I wanted to touch on a couple of things, and like I said, if brothers have anything, scriptures or whatever, feel free to come in whenever y'all ready. Pretty much I've been watching a couple of videos of different brothers, you know, out there. One of the brothers I watched, which actually the brother put the video up back in February of this year, but I just finally got a chance to watch it yesterday. The brother from GMS Jamaica Sit Down, and I guess the brother Rakaya Kwam from the London camp uploaded it, and I just happened to see it. And pretty much, you know, he was going into Nate and how Nate or there was situations down in Jamaica where you had these jakes that were wrongly accused of sex trafficking, and pretty much their lives are ruined. You know, and that's pretty much what Nate was trying to do to them brothers, was trying to ruin their lives by getting the people's emotions riled up to make them go against the brothers, you know, because that's the type of demon Nate is. But you know, when I thought about that, which brothers already know, them persecutions, they're going to be coming, you know, and the persecutions are going to come in the form of they're going to come in the form of false witnesses, talebearers, slanderers, and all of that, you know. So you know, I wanted to kind of start on those premises, and then also there was another video I was watching. I'm trying to remember who the brother was. The brother Shathia from the GMS Chicago camp, and the brother did a lesson on consider that death might be a what's the word I'm looking for? An option. And pretty much, you know, when the time comes, you know, the scriptures speak about martyrs for the Lord. So you have to consider that, you know, as a reality that may happen to us, because it will happen to certain brothers. You know, so you have to keep that in the back of your mind just in case. That's what the scriptures say. Let's start off with that. Let's go to Isaiah 33 and 6. Let's start off with there. And if brothers got any scriptures, any points to make, you know, feel free to jump in whenever you're ready. You know, but we have to consider that because it is true. And I'm pretty sure brothers that's in the knowledge have at one time or another thought about that. You know, I know myself, I've thought about it, you know, and that could be a possibility, but we read it in the scriptures that it's going to happen. So we have to arm our minds like that. You got it, bro.
Isaiah 33:6. Behold, their valiant ones shall cry without.
Is that Isaiah 33:6? And 6th verse.
The verse before.
Oh, Salakia. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
Right, so wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy times. So seeing that we have the truth and we have teachers that guide us and tell us the actual truth, not lie to us and give us smooth things, but let us know what the real deal is, we have to arm ourselves with that same mind. So if we read in the scriptures that there's certain men that actually suffer these things, we have to arm our minds the same way. You know? Matter of fact, the brother also quoted a scripture in Psalm 74 that I'm sure I've read it before, but I don't recall it being in my mind. And when he quoted it, I looked in the scripture, and sure enough, it was there. And if I could find it, I'll put it out for you brothers. Just bear with me 1 second. if anybody got a point they want to make,
Yeah, I got a
bring it
precept.
out. Yeah, bring it out, bro.
Sirach 41:3. Fear not the sentence of death. Remember them that have been before thee and that come after. For this is the sentence of the Lord over all flesh.
Read it again.
Sirach 41:3. Fear not the sentence of death. Remember them that have been before thee and that come after.
Right. You could go into, you could elaborate on it.
Yeah, well, scriptures say, fear not the sentence of death, you know, because, and the scriptures also say, strive for the truth unto death, you know,
That's
and
right.
because either way, we're in a win-win situation, all right? Or if we endure and we're delivered, then we'll be on the chariot, and if we have to go through that sentence of death, then we'll be the first ones risen up, you know. So that's why we shouldn't fear it, because ultimately we know that we'd rather fall into the hands of the Heavenly Father than to the hands of men. All right, because all you guys that are going to pretty much succumb to the so-called white man in this new world order, you're falling into the hands of men. Well, we'd rather fall into the hands of the Heavenly Father, you know.
God, because he's a merciful power.
Yeah.
You know, and Yahweh Bashem Al-Shai being a merciful power, he will give us the righteous judgment, you know, with mercy and everything, you know. But man, you know, you fall into the wrath of man, and you know, pretty much you pretty much you're through. You know, read that again, bro.
Yep, Sirach 41:3. Fear not the sentence of death. Remember them that have been before thee, and that come after. For this is the sentence of the Lord over all flesh.
Yeah. So the Lord after because when there's another scripture that says that from the beginning the Most High didn't create death.
Right.
You know, even though the Lord ordained it, even though the Lord knew that eventually we were going to fall off because we were set up that way, death from the beginning wasn't so. Because when everything was created, it was created to be in a righteous harmony, you know, and that's why Adam and Eve and all the men back then were able to live forever. But what happened was the Lord had a plan, and He allowed death to come into the world by the sin. Notice Adam wasn't the first one that sinned; even it was a serpent through Eve that did that. But man, being the head of everything, he was the one that was charged with it, you know, pretty much. Yeah, bro.
Wisdom of Solomon 2:23. For the Most High created man to be immortal and made him to be an image of his own eternity. Nevertheless, through envy of the devil came death into the world.
Yeah, because the devil knew that we were the sons of the power, you know, and the dude that was the son of Satan was an actual man that was on the earth that was called a serpent by the Most High. You know, because a serpent, when you look up the definition for the word serpent, it means a sly, cunning, crafty, underhanded, a lowlife, like a con man. You know, so because he knew that they wasn't, he knew that they were the sons of the wicked. He knew that we were the sons of the power. You know, so through that envy, you know, he said, you know what, I'm gonna go to the woman. He didn't even go to Adam, because Adam would have told him to go fuck himself.
Yep.
He went to the woman, which is the weaker vessel, and you know how it is with these women. She persuaded Adam, you know, and the rest is history, you know. And we're here, 2017, you know, the present from all the way back then when all this stuff went down, you know. But was there more on that?
A little bit.
Okay, go ahead.
Nevertheless, through envy of the devil came death into the world, and they that do hold of his side do find it.
Right, you know, because eventually the Lord is right now, He's causing us to eat of the tree of life. You know, when you eat of the tree of life, the tree of good and evil, that's tending to death, you know. But now when you eat of the tree of life, that tends to life everlasting, which is what we're eating of right now. You got some, bro?
Come on, this is Wisdom of Solomon 3:1. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High, and there shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the unwise they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery.
You gotta read that again, bro. That's hot and heavy.
God. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High, and there shall no torment touch them.
Beautiful. See, now that he read that, I'm going to read the scripture that the brother Shathia from the Chicago camp quoted. I'm going to read it and we can go back to that. This is the book of Psalm 72 and 12.
That's the spirit. I was going to read Psalm 72 before this.
Oh man, that's heavy. Because that's the scripture that he had quoted.
Good.
Psalm 72 and 12. For he shall deliver the needy when he crieth, the poor also, and him that hath no helper. He shall spare the poor and needy, and shall save the souls of the needy. you know? And there was another point in here. No, I'm sorry, verse 14. He shall redeem their soul from deceit and violence, and precious shall their blood be in his sight. So the Lord, the blood of the righteous is precious in the sight of the Lord. That's why it says in, before you got something, brother?
It's Psalms
Bring it out.
116
And
and
you can
15.
expound on it.
Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints.
Beautiful. Read that again.
It says, precious in the sight of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, is the death of his saints.
Right, and then he also he said of Abel, he asked Cain, what has thou done to thy brother Abel? You know, because it pretty much his blood, which is when he died and his spirit went back to the spirit world, he told the Most High pretty much what went down, even though the Lord already knew. You know, and then it speaks about Yahweh Shai's blood, which says better things than that of Abel. You know, so whenever a spirit dies or flesh dies, the spirit goes up to the Heavenly Father and it gives account of what took place and what exactly happened down here. Not that the Most High needs that, but that's just the proper order that it has to go down. You know, because if you're going to give a judgment, the arguments have to be presented of why this person should be judged. And that's what goes on in the heavens, you know? Before you read that, brother, there's another one here. Matter of fact, you got that. You got it. Go back to where you were at.
Wisdom of Solomon 3:1. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High, and there shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die.
Right, in the sight of the unwise, they seem to die. Because, like the brother in Trinidad, when he got killed, you know, they were all talking shit. They said in the sight of the unwise, they seem to perish. But they're not perishing. You got a point?
Oh, no.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, they're not perishing. They're going into the spiritual realm, you know, and they're with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai now.
Yep.
They ain't gotta worry about this damn devil rolling over them, you know.
That's right.
So you really, you know, they've been, you know, relinquished from this hell that they've been in.
They're at rest.
They're gone. They're at rest.
Yeah.
That's right.
They're not getting tormented up there, you know?
Yeah, but the torment is up here, man.
Yeah.
Down here.
Yeah, it says, there shall no torment touch them, because when the Most High brings the souls of the righteous in his hand, which is in the heavens,
Yeah.
you're not going to get poked by Satan with a pitchfork, man.
That's
Okay.
it. You ain't gonna get poked in the ass by Satan, all right? When you go, he ain't gonna spin you around and pop you in the ass, like Yeshaya said.
Polygon.
Yeah, a Polygon gonna punch you in the mouth. The first thing you're gonna do, if you don't duck, he's gonna punch you in the mouth. You know, that shows you the madness of these dudes, man. You got it out.
In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery, and they're going from us to be utter destruction. But they are in peace.
Yeah, they're in peace. Matter of fact, somebody get Isaiah 57:1. There's more room. Bring it out. They're in peace, man. You know, when you go into the spirit world, why do you think the scripture, there's a scripture, brother know where it's at. It says, a person that's sick or something along those lines, when they go into the spirit world, they accept it because they're at rest or something along those lines. You know what I'm speaking about?
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
And pretty much, and that's what happens. Why does a person that's sick prefer death? Because they know that once they die, their body's going to go into the earth and they're going to be at rest. They're going to be at peace. You found it?
Yep. It was the verse before I was reading. Sirach 41:2. O death, acceptable is thy sentence unto the needy, and unto him whose strength faileth, that is now in the last age, and is vexed with all things, and to him that despaireth and have lost patience.
That's it. Because you know, as when older people get older, the younger people, they want to keep them around because they want to see their face. You know, but they're being selfish. The water, brother.
Yep.
Because that person had lived their life, and they're ready to just be at rest because their body's tired.
Pain.
You know, this old tired body. You know, they just want to go. They just want to rest. You know, so that's why, because they know that the aches and the pains and all the stuff that they got going on ain't gonna bother them anymore when they go into the spirit world. You know, but if you let certain cats out there say it, like Mr. Egghead, you know, they're gonna tell you that the 70 extra verses in the book of 2nd Ezra is talking about hell. There's a place in the spirit. That's a new doctrine, because that's what Yeshaya was saying. You know, and that's what these guys are saying, that there's a place where you go and you be tormented. It ain't gonna be tormented, man. The scriptures tell you in Job the 3rd chapter that when you go into the spirit world, the righteous and the wicked are both at ease. They don't trouble anymore. You know, they don't have any more pains. They can't do nothing. You know, that's what the Lord said, that the dead praise not the Lord, but the living. Because once you die, your body goes to the earth and your spirit goes back into the heavens, and you in proper in order. You know? But that's what happens. Okay, bro. That's what happens when you want to make a name for yourself. You want to be exalted above everybody else. You want people to look at you as this wise and all-seeing and all-being this guru. And, you know, and that's what happens. That's what the scriptures say. At least being lifted up with pride, fall into the condemnation of the devil. You know, being a novice. And we've said this many, many times, man. And no matter how many times we say it, there's always some guy that pops up because that lot has to be fulfilled. You know? You got it, bro.
Yeah, this is Sirach 30:17. Death is better than a bitter life or continual sickness.
Beautiful. Those two go together. Read it again up.
Yes, Sirach 30:17. Death is better than a bitter life or continual sickness.
Yeah, death is better than a bitter life, continual sickness. Well, what if the person was wicked and they got continual sickness? They want to die. Why? So that they can be at rest. You know? Somebody got that in Isaiah 57?
Yeah.
And then that bitter life is a lot of these people in the world live. You hear about a lot of murder, suicides. The husband kills his wife, kills all his kids, and kills himself because he's living a bitter life.
Yep.
Living with a wicked woman, you know, putting hell on him. His kids are probably super wicked. They're watching MTV, cursing him out, you know, dating, you know, men of other races and shit.
Yep.
All right, just pissing you off, and then what do? You gonna kill them, kill your wife, kill yourself.
Kill everybody. Yep. And we live a bitter life too. Yet,
Yeah.
you know, because the scripture said with Maccabees, the men that were joined unto him, it was men that were ready to perish. You know.
Yeah.
The scriptures talk about not loving your life. The difference is with us is we have hope. These people, they just lose it, you know, because they see it, they don't see any alternative. You know, the difference is with us, our hope is in the deliverance from Yahweh Shai. You know?
Yeah, we know that our rest is in the kingdom of heaven. You know that all this hell we're getting to is to get to it. That we know this is not our rest.
Yeah.
You know, and then our rest is not to just, you know, escape this hell. You know, we gotta endure unto the end.
That's right.
And then we'll get our rest.
Yeah, because we may not have to go back up to the spirit world to get our rest. You know, if we endure unto the end, the rest will actually be manifested here on earth because the kingdom will be here on earth. The kingdom is us, and then the physical manifestation will be here. Then we'll be at rest. We don't have to, you know, get put to death and then be at rest. You know,
Matter
Lord
of
will.
fact, I'm sorry, go ahead. You got it, bro.
Okay.
No,
Finish
finish
No,
your
that
point.
was it. That was it.
Now I was trying to, I just had a scripture to back you up. I thought you was done with the point. I must be allowed to read this if I may. This is Luke 17, I believe it's 17, or is it 20? Luke chapter 17 and verse 20. And when he was demanded of the Pharisees when the kingdom of the Most High should come, he answered them and said, the kingdom of the Most High cometh not with observation, neither shall they say, lo here or lo there, for behold, the kingdom of the Most High is within you. So the kingdom of the Most High, which is his knowledge, is within us. You know, that's why Paul said what? He went around, and this is in Acts 28, he went around and he said he preached nothing but the kingdom of heaven. You know, because the kingdom of heaven is this knowledge. This knowledge is the kingdom of heaven. You know, that's why it says, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all things shall be added unto you. So this knowledge is what's the beginning of the kingdom. Because what's going to be established on the earth is what? Is righteousness. You know, this society that's coming is going to be done in righteousness, and the old ways are going to be done away with. All this wickedness is going to be gone. It's going to be done. Now it's going to be in memory. It's going to be in mind because we know we've experienced both sides. But what's going to rule in the next kingdom is going to be righteousness. In this kingdom, wickedness rules. Yep. And it rules on a big scale. You see it. And you see the fruits of it. Everything is torn apart. You know, everything is falling apart. You know, the minds of the people are corrupted. You know, the bodies of the people are corrupted. Their food is corrupted. You know, the air and everything around is corrupted. But when the kingdom is established, everything is going to be done in utter and total righteousness. You know? You have something, bro?
I had the precept what you quoted.
Okay, bring it out.
Acts 28 and 23.
Beautiful.
And when they had appointed him a day, there came many to him into his lodging, to whom he expounded and testified the kingdom of Yahweh Shai, persuading them concerning Yahweh both out of the law of Moses and out of the prophets from morning till evening.
Beautiful.
And some believed the things which were spoken, and some believed not.
Precept.
Bring it out, bring it out.
It's 1 Peter 4 and 6. For this cause was the gospel preached also to them that are dead, that they might be judged according to men in the flesh, but live according to the Most High in the Spirit.
That's it, that's it. I got a precept here, the brother GMS Sin City, Las Vegas, Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 20. Therefore the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom.
Ooh.
That's a bad scripture, my brother. You know, which shows you, man, that's why Yahweh told him the kingdom of heaven is within you. You know, you have, because what were they? They were experts in the law.
Right.
The law and the scriptures and the prophets, that's all the kingdom of heaven, which is the knowledge. That's why the Lord told, the matter of fact, I'm gonna get it,
Let me get it, Pastor.
Yeah, go to Genesis chapter 3, and because this knowledge is what's going to make us live forever. You know, believing in Yahweh and this knowledge, this is what's going to bring us to the kingdom and make us to live forever. You know, this is the book of Genesis chapter 3, and start at 22.
Genesis 3 and 22, and the Lord Yahweh said, Behold, the man is become as one of us, to know good and evil.
Beautiful. Why? Because once Adam went off, he knew both sides of the tree. Right? So the angels are saying, look, what are we going to do with the man now? Because he's like one of us, knowing good and evil. Go ahead.
And now, lest he put forth his hand, and take also of the tree of life, and eat, and live forever.
Read that again.
And the Lord Yahweh said, Behold, the man is become as one of us, to know good and evil.
Yep.
And now, lest he put forth his hand, and take also of the tree of life, and eat, and live forever.
So if he took of that tree of life and eat and live forever. So it shows you that this knowledge is what allows us to live forever. That's what Yahweh told him, that the kingdom of heaven is within you. And the brother from GMS Sin City, Las Vegas, I believe it was.
What's it, the Wisdom of Solomon 6?
Yeah. I just want to read that again. Yeah, it says, you got it?
Go on.
Okay, bring it up.
Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 20. Therefore the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom.
You're not going to build the kingdom without the knowledge. You know? The knowledge is the kingdom. That's why the earth, matter of fact, somebody get 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter, I believe it's the 13th verse. The kingdom of heaven first consists of the knowledge. You have to have righteousness in order for the kingdom to be set up in righteousness. You got it, bro? You got something?
Because we were talking about this is back in Wisdom of Solomon, if I can finish it.
Yeah, bring it out, bro.
Wisdom of Solomon 3, I'll start back at 1. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High, and there shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the unwise they seem to die.
Yeah, and in the sight of the unwise they seem to die. Go ahead.
And their departure is taken for misery. And they're going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace. Verse 4. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality.
Is there hope full of immortality? Why? Because the kingdom of heaven, when it's established, this knowledge is what's going to give us immortality. But the kingdom has to be established first, and this kingdom that's coming is going to be established in total righteousness. There's not going to be no more homosexuals. There ain't going to be no more lesbians. There ain't going to be no more lack of food for the nation of Israel. There ain't going to be no more ill will towards your neighbor. The scripture said that thy officers shall be all peace. You know? And the Lord said that people shall be all righteous. No, you have something, bro?
I'll keep going. Verse 5. And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded.
Beautiful.
For the Most High proved them, and found them worthy for himself. As gold in the furnace hath he tried them, and received them as a burnt offering. And in the time of their visitation, They shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble.
Man.
They shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people, and their Lord shall reign forever.
But first of all, Esau got to go down. Because two kings cannot sit upon a throne. This is Yahushua's kingdom is coming. He ain't going to share the kingdom with no Edomites. Ain't going to be, and after the 1,000-year period, there's not going to be a handful of Edomites that's going to still be around to be in slavery. They're going to be all destroyed, every last one of them. There's more, bro?
It says, they shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people, and their Lord shall reign forever. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth. And such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints, and he hath care for his elect.
Woo! He has care for his elect. So hey, brothers, you know, I know we hoping and wishing and praying that we be part of the elect, you know, and that is the truth. But we have to be the elect. You know, we don't know for sure, but we have to, because we're doing what the elect would do. You know, if we wasn't the elect, and then why are we doing the things that we're doing?
Show us who is.
Yeah, show us who is. You got something, bro?
Yep.
Can I Brother GMS Vegas, sit down. This is a bad scripture. I got to read it. Wisdom of Solomon 1:14 and 15. For he created all things that they might have their being, and the generations of the world were healthful. That's when everything was created. And there is no poison of destruction in them, nor the kingdom of death upon the earth. You know, that's why it has to be changed. You got that in 2 Peter 3. Read that first, and then you come in with that. And then, you know, if you got something, brother, you know.
Hit this, hit that.
Yeah,
This is
there you go.
2 Peter 3:13.
Con.
Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. Wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent that ye may be found on him in peace, without spot and blameless.
Go read that again, bro, from the top.
This is 2 Peter 3:13. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth.
Right, according to his promise. Now, where did that go back to? That goes back to the book of, I believe it's Isaiah, the 66th chapter, where Paul was quoting this from. I'm sorry, Peter was quoting this from, about the earth being turned and the kingdom being set up in righteousness. Go ahead.
It says, for according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. Wherefore,
dwelleth righteousness. Go ahead.
Wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless.
Right. So see that you do this thing so you be found in him without spot and blameless. You know, that's why we do the things that we do. Now, does that mean that we're not going to go off, that we're not going to sin? No, that don't mean that. That's what the scriptures say. Blessed is the man upon whom the Lord imputed not iniquity, and in whose spirit is no guile. You know, and then in Revelation 14, where it speaks about the virgins, the men of the Lord, that whose spirit was no guile. Because the flesh is fucked up. Excuse my French. Is corrupt. But the spirit, you know, there's certain men down here whose spirit is made righteous, whose spirit is made perfect. Matter of fact, before we read on, let me just get that real quick. In Hebrews,
Revelation.
Yeah, bring it out, bro.
Revelation 14:5. And in their mouth was found no guile, for they are without fault before the throne of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Beautiful. See, when their mouth was found no guile, meaning that the doctrine that they taught is a doctrine that was set up from the beginning. And they ain't try to change it. They ain't try to say, well, brother, ain't the Most High going to reveal secrets to us too? You know, yeah, the Lord could do that. You know, but if the shit goes off from the doctrine, who revealed that to you? Is that not them seducing spirits? Yeah. You know? I got something real quick. Hebrews 12:23. To the general assembly and church of the firstborn, which are written in heaven, and to the Most High, the Judge of all, and to the spirits of just men made perfect. The spirit, you know, not the flesh. The flesh is corrupt. That's what the scripture said, that the flesh cannot inherit the kingdom of heaven. That's why we have to shed these bodies. But our spirits are going to go up into the chariots. Because you're going to get up so high with these bodies. These bodies got to be changed. And then once they're changed, you're going to put on the incorruptible bodies with that spirit and go right into the chariots. You know? And how great is that? You got it, bro. You had a precept?
Yeah. This is book of Zephaniah.
If y'all brothers got, you know, scriptures y'all can bring them in, you know, points y'all want to make. Go ahead.
Zephaniah 3:13. The remnant of Israel shall not do iniquity, nor speak lies.
What does it mean by the remnant of Israel shall not do iniquity? That's talking about the elect. Because the Lord said He's going to save a remnant of Israel. Though Israel be as a sand of the sea, yet a remnant will remain. And what's that remnant? That remnant are the elect. You know? Read that again.
Yep. Zephaniah 3:13. The remnant of Israel shall not do iniquity.
Right. The elect shall not do iniquity. Now, does that mean they're not going to go off and break the law? Of course they're going to break the law. But their spirit is not going to commit iniquity. Because it's the intention of what you're doing. You could do something in wickedness and it could be in simplicity. You could just be totally oblivious to it. You know? Like you might you might go on a fast and then mistakenly you might drink some water or eat a piece of or eat a grape or something like that, and then after you're like, oh fuck, you know? But you didn't do it intentionally. You know, your mind just was off track for that moment. You know, think the Lord ain't going, you know, and then Satan will come in and try to, you know, make mockery. So you fucked up. Yeah, but you didn't do it on purpose, you know, because in your heart you was really simple, like you didn't really do it on purpose, you know. Yeah, bring it out, brother.
Romans 8:1 says, there is therefore now no condemnation to them which are in Hamashiach Yahushua.
That's it. There's no condemnation to them that are in Yahushua. Hamashiach Yahushua, which means the Messiah. Okay? There's no condemnation to them that are in Yahushua. Okay?
Who walk not after the flesh, but after the spirit.
Right. Who walk not after the flesh, but after the spirit. You know, like the brother Pashai put, we are perfect in faith, not by works of the law. Yeah. You know, so those of us that are perfect, you know, which we're hoping that we're perfect, are perfect in understanding, are perfect in spirit, but not perfect in the flesh. And that's what these guys don't get. They don't understand. They're expecting everybody to be 100% perfect in the flesh. We ain't gonna be perfect in the flesh. And I can guarantee that most brothers that are in this thing, if not all of them, have tried to walk that perfect path to the best of their ability, because we fear Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. But we came to the reality or the realization that we're gonna go off. You know? But that doesn't give us liberty to say, you know what, brother? We're under grace anyway, so I'm gonna just do what I want to do and then ask for forgiveness later. No, that's a totally wrong demonic spirit to be in. You know? But when we go off, we understand that we got Yahushua as our lawyer and we lawyer up, all right? I don't know about y'all, but we lawyer up, you know, with Yahushua, you know. There was more on that, brother?
No, that was it.
Okay, do you have something to lie, bro?
Yeah, this is Romans 6:15. What then shall we sin because we are not under the law but under grace?
Beautiful.
Most High forbid. Know ye not that to whom ye yield yourselves servants to obey, his servants ye are to whom ye obey?
That's it.
Whether of sin unto death or of obedience unto righteousness.
Right, because we got the grace. See, the grace is a beautiful thing, you know, but you don't abuse that grace. You got something, bro?
No, I was going to say, scripture say, use not your liberty as a cloak of maliciousness.
Yep. There's a few of them. There's one in Galatians, I believe it's the 5th chapter, and then there's one in Peter. You know, you got something, bro?
Come on. This is Psalms 94 and 18.
That was it on that?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
Psalms 94 and 18. When I said, my foot slippeth, thy mercy, O Lord, held me up. In the multitude of my thoughts within me, thy comforts delight my soul. Alright, so you know when our foot slippeth, right, meaning you know we go off, the mercy of the Most High keeps us up, man. It keeps us on that path to be righteous, you know? As opposed to, oh, I'll just keep slipping down the slippery slope, you know?
Yeah, that's what the scriptures speak about, the tender mercies of David. Now, technically, when David committed adultery, he was supposed to be put to death. Technically, sins that we committed, we're supposed to be put to death. But the tender mercies of the Lord is what, and the long suffering of the Lord is what allows us to bounce back. You know, and like I said, we got a lawyer, which is Yahweh Shai, which is the mediator, which a lot of guys out there don't proclaim, and a lot of guys don't believe.
It's gonna go into
Go
that.
ahead, bro.
God, in the multitude of my thoughts within me, which is all these damn demonic thoughts we have,
Come.
thy comforts delight my soul. We know what the comforter is. Okay?
That's
It says, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law?
Beautiful.
That's Esau.
Yep.
They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemn the innocent blood. But the Lord is my defense, and my power is the rock of my refuge.
That's right, because remember, when you go back to the beginning, when Moses was given the law, Moses was the mediator back then. You know? Now in these times, Yahweh Shai is the mediator. Because the Most High set it up that way. You know, for us to have a mediator, somebody that to plead our cause. You know, because even the scripture said that we really don't know what to pray for, but the Spirit prays for us. You know, it makes intercession. Intercession, the water, brother. It makes intercession for us because the Lord knows what we need. You know, we'll pray for what we can remember, but Yahweh Shai is actually praying for us, man, in the heavens. You know, he's the one that's praying for us in the heavens to the Heavenly Father. Because by right we shall all be dead. Didn't the Most High tell Moses, look, Moses, stand back, man. I want to smoke all these people, and I'll make a whole new nation with you, man. But Moses said, nah, Lord, if you do that, then the nation's going to say that you brought the children out of Israel to destroy them in the wilderness. And the Most High, you know, as great as the Most High is, he looked at Moses and considered what he said, man. To show you, man, the Most High is great, he's terrible, you know, but he's also very humble, you know. For him to actually consider what a man says, you know, that's deep, man.
Same with Abraham.
Yeah, Abraham, yeah, King David, yeah. Gideon, yeah, that's right. You got it, bro.
I had something.
Yeah, put it up.
Romans 8:26. Likewise, the Spirit also helpeth our infirmities, for we know not what we should pray for as we ought. But the Spirit itself maketh intercession for us with groanings which cannot be uttered.
Right, because our spirits be crying out, but Yahweh Shai himself goes before the Father and prays for us, man. You know? Barak Yahweh Shai for that, man. You know, because without that, man, we be gone. We'd be lost, man. Without grace, we'll be gone, brothers. We'll be done. You know, but Barakatah Yahweh Bashem Shai, that the Most High is long suffering and he's very merciful that he sent Yahweh Shai down here to redeem us, man. And have a great man like that came down here in the flesh that didn't have to help us, man. Because pretty much we getting help. You know, we getting help from the Lord, you know? You got something, bro? There's more on that?
Oh, that was it.
You good? You got more?
Nah.
That was it? You got something, brother? Alright, so now I'm going to go back to Hebrews 12 and 23. It says, to the general assembly and church of the firstborn, which are written in heaven, and to the Most High, the judge and all, and to the spirits of just men made perfect. Alright, so you know what? Let's switch gears a little bit. Let's go to the book of Isaiah 55 and 6. And we're not going to really go that long because, you know, it's a little late. And brothers have to go to work tomorrow. So we're probably going to go, Lord's will, maybe another 20 minutes or so, and then close it up. So let's go to Isaiah 55 and 6, because another thing too, like the brother Shafia was bringing out, and the other brother from Jamaica, Jamaica sit-downs, you know, pretty much the persecutions are coming. You know, these devils are going to come, and the thing about it is when that time comes, right, what we do now is what really counts. You know, so somebody read that?
Isaiah 55 and 6 says, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near.
So if the scriptures say, seek ye the Lord while he may be found, you know, that means that there's going to come a time where the Lord ain't going to be found. Why? Because the Most High is going to hide his face like he did in the past. Right now, the presence of the Lord is here with his strength. So what are we supposed to do? We're supposed to sit there and we're supposed to seek him while he can be found. You know? Don't wait till all right, I still got another year. Let me just do what I gotta do and then I'll come. Let the Most High see your bitch ass, man. You know? Trying to play, you can't play the Most High, man. You have something else? Bring it out.
Sirach 5.
Something else?
I have the same precept here for the
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
that's
got
the
it,
spirit.
you
That's
got
the
it.
spirit.
Sirach 5 and 7 it says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day.
That's it.
For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed.
Beautiful. So you guys trying to put the Lord out like the Most High. The Most High ain't no chump, man. He created your dumb ass. You can't outslick the slickster. How the fuck you gonna outslick a can of oil? Yeah, man, you dumb, you damn dummy, man. Read that again, brother.
Yep. Sirach 5 and 7 says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance.
That's it, man, because the day of vengeance is coming. The Most High is going to bring it, man. He's bringing it. Why do you think all this stuff is going on all over the earth and all over the world? The Lord is bringing it, man. He's bringing it to these people out here, man. But the thing about it is the word still got to go out, and there's certain prophecies that still have to be fulfilled. But when it's all fulfilled and done, the Lord, he ain't going to hold back. He's just going to let it go. Right now, he got the angels holding back the destruction, you know? And the angels are like this, holding that destruction back. But then when the Lord say, all right, that's it, they're just going to let it go. And it's over with, man.
Yep.
You know, it's over. All right, you got something, brother?
Khan,
All right, and we're going to go back to Isaiah 55. Yeah, bring it up.
Khan, this is Psalms.
First Samuel 3:1.
Psalms 27 and 7. It says, hear, O Lord, when I cry with my voice. Have mercy also upon me, and answer me. When thou saidest, seek ye my face, my heart said unto thee, thy face, Lord, will I seek. Hide not thy face far from me. Put not thy servant away in anger. Thou hast been my help, leave me not, neither forsake me, O God of my salvation.
That's it, because we need, well, I don't know about y'all, but we need Yahweh Bashem Yahushua to protect us in these perilous times that are coming. Some of you guys probably think you could deliver yourself, but we can't. You know, this weak ass flesh, we need a savior. We need somebody to deliver us. You know, I got a few scriptures that brothers put up. Proverbs 1:22, Kodar Shapat. How long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge? GMS Vegas, sit down, Hosea 5:15. I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early. But guess what? When they go to seek the Lord, it's going to be too late.
Yeah.
You know? Matter of fact, let's move on. We already read that in Isaiah 55:6, right? Go to 1 Samuel 3:1, because it's going to come a time where you're not going to be able to find this word anywhere. You know? And that's the times we're coming to. Great persecutions are coming. And also the word of the Lord is not going to be readily available like it is now. That's what the Lord said, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. You know?
No, I was thinking of this precept, and this is what you.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
You got it, brother. You got it.
What you called, told me to get 1 Samuel 3:1, and the child Samuel ministered unto the Lord Yahweh before Eli. And the word of the Lord was precious in those days. There was no open vision.
Right. Why was the word of the Lord precious? Because there was no, like I said, there was no open vision. Matter of fact, let me just look that up real quick. That was our 1 Samuel 3:1. Because like Apostle Gabar always says, the reason why what makes this truth so precious is that not everybody can get it. You know? And that's a beautiful thing. We like that. You know, we like the fact that not everybody can get it. Why? Because it makes the truth that much more special. You know, that much more precious. That much more, it's a treasure. It's a hidden treasure that the world cannot receive. Like it says in St. John, the 14th chapter. even the spirit of truth which the world cannot receive. So for you to be able to see this, for us to be able to see this, that's a special gift. You know, it's a beautiful thing. The Hebrew word for precious, we have to give a brother this name, man. Your core. Valuable, prized, weighty, precious, rare. When something is rare, it means it's not readily available. Splendid, precious, costly, precious, highly valued. Precious stones or jewels, rare, glorious, splendid, weighty, influential. You know, so this truth is very precious, man. And the scripture we read, it says that, I'm going to read that again.
1 Samuel 3:1, and the child Samuel ministered unto the Lord Yahweh before Eli. And the word of the Lord was precious in those days. There was no open vision.
There was no open vision. Now somebody get Acts 13 and start at 18. Because there was a point from the time when we came out of Egypt, for the transition of Moses to Joshua, and then for the transition of the wilderness into starting to take the land of Canaan. And there was a period of time for like 450 years where we had judges in Israel, but there was no prophet. There was no open vision. There were just judges that were judging certain matters in certain situations and delivering us from the hands of the other nations, but there was no prophecy, no open vision from the Lord. So the word of the Lord is very precious until the time that Samuel came on the scene. You got it, bro. If you have a point.
No, I was going to say, when Saul was rejected, that's what he was bugging out over. He said, look, man, there's no vision. And so what did he do? He had to come and summon up Samuel's spirit. Yeah, you had to go to a witch at Endor, you know?
Yep.
You know, okay, because we don't have no visions, you feel like, well, there's no connection, you know? Oh, I'm not getting anything from the Heavenly Father. And that's how it's going to be in this time to come. Because right now it's accessible, but then people can still, you know, do what they do on a day-to-day. But then they're going to be like, look, man, there's no vision. The Lord ain't talking to me no more. I can't go on YouTube, which is, in this day and age, in the form of going on YouTube, looking at the epistles, all right, looking at the prophecies, reviewing everything. There's going to come a time when those who aren't really taking this as serious as they should, all right, they're going to be removed from getting that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. They're just going to be left out there. And because it's not seeping into their mind and their spirit, you know, they're going to be unprotected.
Brother said a mouthful. You know, and that little bit of time, he said a mouthful, you know. And that's the truth, you know. This truth ain't going to be accessible all the time. It ain't going to be readily available like it is now. You know why? Because the Lord's going to shut it down. You know, and it's not, and the men of the Lord are going to be protected and be moved out of the way as far as from the public eye, because there was enough time given to where y'all can get it, and y'all rejected it, so the Lord rejecting y'all, and it's easy, man. You know, it's so easy that a caveman can get it.
Zephaniah. Zephaniah. That's Zephaniah's name. Hidden.
I make that little piece.
Yeah, bring it out, brother.
Amos 8 and 11. It says, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord.
That's it. Now that's twofold, because right now we are in a famine of the word, because people are not. There is a famine of hearing the word, so people are not actually hearing it. That's where the Lord got them blocked off. But it's also going to come a point where this truth is not going to be readily available out there for the whole world to receive. You know, read that again, brother.
Amos 8 and 11 says,
So
behold,
you're going to read all the way to the 13th verse.
behold, the days come, saith Yahweh power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it.
Why? Because the word ain't going to be out there. See, now it's readily available. You can go to damn near every major city in America to a street corner near you, and you'll see brothers out there teaching and breaking it down the right way, the way the white men don't want you to receive it. You know, but there's going to come a time when that's not going to be readily available to you. That's what the scripture says, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Because there's going to come a time when you ain't going to be able to find them. Go ahead.
Verse 13 says, "In that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst."
Right. So everybody's going to be fainting for thirst. What thirst is it talking about? Thirst for truth.
Living water.
The living waters. That's right, brother. You know, that's what Yahweh told that woman at the well, what? He said, "He that drinketh of this water shall never thirst." You know? You got it, bro. Was that it? That was it? Okay. You got something?
Yeah, 1 Corinthians 2 and 7. "But we speak the wisdom of the Most High in a mystery, even the hidden wisdom, which the Most High ordained before the world unto our glory."
Read that again, brother.
"But we speak the wisdom of the Most High in a mystery."
We speak the wisdom of the Most High in a mystery. A mystery means what? That not everybody can get it. It's mysterious. It's hidden. You know? It's a parabolic. It's esoteric. Go ahead.
"But we speak the wisdom of the Most High in a mystery, even the hidden wisdom, which the Most High ordained before the world unto our glory."
Right. This hidden wisdom the Lord ordained from the beginning of the world to our glory. And what is our glory? The kingdom of heaven. And what is the kingdom of heaven? The knowledge, which is within us. You know, the knowledge, baby.
Yeah, and that hidden wisdom is our glory. Why? Because it's only for us. It's not for everybody.
Okay, bring it out, bring it out.
only the Most High's chosen is it revealed to. You know,
God.
to the rest of you, it's hidden. You know, it's,
God.
at one time, you know, just knowing, even hearing about Israelites, that was obscure. But now everybody knows. Oh yeah, Israelite. That's an Israelite thing. But they don't understand the hidden wisdom of it. You know, if you go deep in the scriptures, they're not going to get it.
God.
You know.
You got it, bro. Who got next?
Yeah, precepts. I'll finish up on this.
Okay, can I get this? On what the apostle said. This is Psalms 119 and 11. The brother Jacob Waite, he left it on the page. "Thy word have I hid in mine heart, that I might not sin against thee."
Read that again.
Psalms 119 and 11. "Thy word have I hid in mine heart, that I might not sin against thee."
Right, because this word is what is our salvation. Somebody get James 1 and what is that, 21?
I got it.
Bring it up.
It's James 1 and 21. "Wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness the engrafted word, which is able to save your souls."
And receive with meekness the engrafted word which is able to save your soul. You know, because this word is our salvation. This word is what's going to protect us in those days. You have something, bro?
I was reading GMS Vegas sit-downs, 2 Corinthians 4 and 3. "But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost."
Yeah, beautiful. And that's the case. That's why it's going to be a famine of the word, because it's out here readily available. But there's going to come a time when the Lord's going to shut it down, and then those that ridiculed it and that made fun of it and took the word lightly, then they're going to want to get serious. But it's too late. You can't get serious when the Most High about to bring hell on earth. The Lord said, "Do it now, man." Well, we ain't seeing no real open visions. We ain't seeing angels coming down, you know, and Yahweh coming with us to us every night, talking to us physically. You know, it's through faith. You know, and so if you can't get it that way, what did the Lord tell Thomas? "Blessed is he that hath not seen but yet believeth." Bring it out, brother.
Yeah, this is Hebrews 4 and 2. "For unto us was the gospel preached, as well unto them.
Beautiful.
But the word preached did not profit them."
Right. The word preached did not profit them. Why? You got it.
"Not being mixed with faith in them that heard it."
Not being mixed with faith in them that heard it. So they didn't have the main ingredient, which is what? Faith. That faith, man, is what's going to seal us for the deliverance. Matter of fact, somebody get Romans 10, I believe it's 17th verse, if I'm not mistaken, which goes perfectly with the scripture the brother just quoted. Romans 10, I believe it's... You got it?
Hearing of the word?
Yes.
Romans 10 and 17. "So then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of the Most High.
Beautiful. Now there's another one. Read the 8th verse now.
This is Romans 10 and 8.
Which that's perfect. I went with that, and then this one, go ahead.
But what saith it? The word is nigh thee, even in thy mouth and in thy heart. That is the word of faith which we preach.
Go ahead.
That thou shalt confess with thy mouth the Lord Yahushua, and shalt believe in thine heart the Most High hath raised him from the dead, thou shalt be saved.
Go ahead.
For with the heart man believeth unto righteousness, and with the mouth confession is made unto salvation.
With the heart man believeth unto righteousness, and with the mouth confession is made unto salvation. So the words that we speak is what's going to deliver us. It's going to save us. That's why if you teaching a different doctrine, that's why the Apostle Paul said, let them be accursed. And you got a lot of you guys out there that's doing that. You know, just to get some vain glory for 15 minutes of fame. You know, you couldn't stay true to the doctrine because you weren't part of the sheep of Yahushua. You know? You have something, brother?
Yeah, I was here.
Okay. Anybody got something? Bring it up.
2
I'm trying to
Corinthians,
find this one scripture. I can't find it, though.
2 Corinthians 4 and 13. We have in the same spirit of faith, according as it is written, I believed, and therefore have I spoken.
Woo! We got to read that again and break it down.
2 Corinthians 4 and 13. We having the same spirit of faith, according as it is written, I believed, and therefore have I spoken. We also believe, and therefore speak. That's right. That's why we speak on these things, because we actually believe in it. All right, because we received the word, and it was mixed with faith, and that's why the Spirit got on us after seeing the apostles and elders, you know, them preaching, doing the same thing. We went out there, all right, because it settled in our spirit, and then we were moved with fear, just like Noah when he was prophesying and building the ark. He was moved with fear, all right. He had faith, and he was moved with fear. The same thing with us. We believe, and that's why we speak the things that we speak, which is the doctrine of Yahushua, which is going to lead us to our salvation.
I found it. This is Ecclesiastes 9:17. It says, the words of wise men are heard in quiet, more than the cry of him that ruleth among fools. So this knowledge that is the key to salvation is heard in quiet, more than the cry of fools. Because the cry of fools is heard throughout the earth amongst all people. You know, you see these different entertainers, these different comedians and all that. That shit, that folly, man, people are all into that shit. But the real words of wisdom are heard in quiet. Meaning there's only going to be a handful of men that's really going to accept this knowledge. You got something, bro? Right.
Luke 16 and 15. And he said unto them, Ye are they which justify yourselves before men, but the Most High knoweth your hearts. For that which is highly esteemed among men is abomination in the sight of the Most High.
Beautiful, beautiful. It also says folly is set in great dignity. That folly is Esau, but it's also Esau's system, Esau's technology, or not his technology, but Esau's way of thinking, which Jake is into, you know? And that's what the society, you know, you watch television or whatever the case is, and they'll show you the folly of Esau being exalted. Lesbians, homosexuals, anything that has nothing to do with the Most High and His truth. You got something?
Yeah, that precept you what you're
Alright, bring it out.
Yeah, it's Ecclesiastes 10 and 6. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low places.
Right. Folly is set in great dignity, but the rich sit in low places. Who are the rich? The rich are the ones with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, which is us, like the brother pointed, you know, that's dealing with us. You know, it says, I have not the Most High chose the poor of this, that's what you're going to get?
Yeah.
Bring it up, bro. You know, and that's it. Somebody get, since we're on that, somebody get Romans 11:33. You know, you got it, bro.
Okay. James 5 and...
I think it's the second chapter.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Fifth verse, around there, sixth verse maybe.
James 2 and 5. Yep, it's James 2 and 5. Hearken, my beloved brethren, have not the Most High chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith?
Read it again.
Hearken, James 2 and 5. Hearken, my beloved brethren, have not the Most High chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith?
One more time, bro.
Hearken, my beloved brethren.
Hearken, my beloved brethren. Go ahead.
Have not the Most High chosen the poor of this world?
Did you hear that, Nate? Have not the Most High chosen the poor of this world? You bums! Go ahead.
Rich in faith.
Rich in faith. Now, what is the riches? Read that. Somebody got Romans 11:33.
Okay. Romans chapter 11, verse 33 says, "Oh the depth of the riches, both of the wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua."
Oh, the depths and the riches, both of the knowledge of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, which is what? This truth. And it's not just any knowledge or whatever. It's talking about the actual, true, proper breakdown of the scriptures that you're getting, beginning with the apostles of Great Millstone, the elders of Great Millstone, the teachers of Great Millstone, that's out there teaching this truth in honesty, in sincerity, and in truth, and holding on to this doctrine, you know, going on to the end. Go ahead, bro.
It says, "How unsearchable are his judgments, and his ways past finding out."
How unsearchable are his judgments and his ways past finding out. And the only way you can get it is if the Lord opens up your mind. If the Lord does not open up your mind, you're not going to get it. You know? So we count ourselves blessed that out of the millions and billions of Israelites out there, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua opened up our minds to give us this knowledge, man. You know? And that's not a light thing to sneeze at. That is a very great and honorable thing. You know? That was it on that, bro?
It says, verse 34 says, "For who have known the mind of the Lord, or who have been his counselor,
Right.
or who have first given to him, and it shall be recompensed unto him again."
Right, because the Lord is the one that opened up our minds to this. Okay?
Verse 36 says, "For of him, and through him, and to him are all things, to whom be glory forever."
Right,
Amen.
because he's the one that give us this knowledge. You have something now?
I was going to finish.
Okay, go ahead.
Hearken, my beloved brethren, have not the Most High chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith, and heirs of the kingdom which he hath promised to them that love him?
Heirs of the kingdom through what? Through the knowledge. There's more?
That was it.
Alright. Now let's go to, you got something, bro?
Yeah, real quick.
Bring it up.
1 Corinthians 2:12. Now we have received not the spirit of the world, but the Spirit which is of the Most High, that we might know the things that are freely given to us of the Most High.
Read it again.
Now we have received not the spirit of the world, but the Spirit which is of the Most High, that we might know the things that are freely given to us of the Most High.
Right. So the Lord has freely given us. That's what the scripture say. Freely you have received, freely give, man. This knowledge is freely being given us of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. You know?
Yeah,
It's
we get
beautiful.
easy access to this truth right now, but the time, like we keep saying, the time's coming where it's going to be, you're not going to be able to find the Most High, you know?
Beautiful.
It's going to be too late for you. And it says, verse 13, "Which things also we speak, not in the words which man's wisdom teacheth, but which the Holy Ghost teacheth, comparing spiritual things with spiritual."
Comparing spiritual things with spiritual. And the carnal man cannot receive the things of the Spirit because they are spiritually discerned. And the only way you're going to receive it is if Yahweh Bashem Yahushua opens up your mind. Now, anybody got anything else?
I got a quick precept.
Alright, bring it out, brother. You know, I got a couple of precepts, you know, brothers got, you know, because like I said, you know, I don't want to hold you brothers up. You know, brothers got to, you know, get on the road to get back to the crib so they can, you know, get some rest.
Yeah, this is Baruch 4:28. "For as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being returned, seek him 10 times more."
Right. So it's our job to seek the Most High. Just like if you have a woman and your woman, like, she pissed you off or did something that displeased you, she got to come and beg you to get back with you. You know what I'm saying, brother? You know what I'm saying, Al? You know?
Got to.
So that's how we gotta be. We gotta be like that woman that did wrong and seeking after the Lord. You know? You got more on that?
No, that's it.
That's it? Alright, you got something now?
No.
Alright, so you got something, brother?
Oh, no.
Alright. So you know what? Let's go to real quick. 2nd Ezra 5 and 10 to 12. And like I said, I got a couple more precepts, and then if y'all brothers got something, y'all can bring it out, and if not, we can end it with that.
I got it. 2nd Ezra 5 and 10. Make sure. 5 and 10. One land also shall ask another.
Start at 10 verse.
Oh, so like it. 2 Ezra 5 and 10. And shall be sought of many, and yet not be found. Then shall
Unrighteousness.
then shall unrighteousness and incontinency be multiplied upon the earth.
And you see that right now. Unrighteousness and incontinency is multiplied on the earth. That's why the whole earth is fucked up. Incontinency means you're not able to continue. You know? So there's no, like the world is in a verge or in a forward motion of doing straight up wickedness. Go ahead? Because the people that are ruling it are not in league with the Most High on the right hand side. Go ahead?
One land also shall ask another and say, Is righteousness that maketh a man righteous gone through thee? And it shall say, No.
Why? Because they're going to be searching for the truth. Because the truth is not going to be readily available like it is now.
Yeah, is this land, like, let's say you're walking across the bridge from Oakland to San Francisco, you're going to ask, is this land, right? You're going to ask that question.
Yep, that's right.
And they're going to have to say no, man, because there's nothing but wickedness there, man.
Yeah.
And let's say you go across, right? You go to Sonoma County, you ask the same question, they're going to know the Bohemian Grove's here.
Yep.
Listen, and everywhere you're going to go, the land will answer.
There, because there's going to come a point where the doors of mercy and the doors of the truth are going to be shut to the world. You know? You got it? Right, brother.
It says, One land shall ask another and say, Is righteousness that maketh a man righteous gone through thee?
Mhm.
And it shall say, No. And at the same time shall men hope, but nothing obtain.
They shall hope and nothing obtain. That's what it's going to say. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Because there's going to come a time when you're going to seek and you ain't going to find. Because when the doors of mercy were open to you, you rejected it. When the Most High himself closed the doors on the ark and sealed it. You don't think them people at that time when it started, them buckets of rain started coming down, they try to run to the ark and try to bang on the ark to get in? Moses, which we believe, well, let me just hold off on that. Noah, come on, let us in, man. And he was just like, he couldn't do nothing. He couldn't open the doors, because if he would open the doors, you know how many people would have tried to get on that ark? Everybody would have drowned.
Yeah.
You know? The Most High closed the doors of mercy at that time. Go ahead, bro. 12 again?
You got a skull
Yeah,
for
roach.
Who's the roach?
So
Who's
tell
the
Thomas.
Who?
Cucaracha.
Look at these niggas nut liquor. Man, your mama's drawers.
Yeah, like two of them.
This
Get him outta here.
demon.
Alright. Now put that in your pipe and smoke it, you goddamn roach.
Second
That's
Ezra.
Is
the
there
nigga
more?
that
Is there
eat- that's
more?
it- That's the nigga that eat cat litter.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's that asshole?
Yeah, it's that nigga.
Oh,
That's that
man.
nigga. So
Oh,
he's
boy, you got like that serious.
Oh, you know he got issues. I should have left him on there because
yeah.
he just fucked up in the head. Anybody that do that stupid shit, I know he probably got some kind of shit cat shit poison in his blood or something.
Oh, man.
I know.
At the same time, this is 2 Ezra 5 and 12. At the same time shall men hope, but nothing obtain. They shall labor, but their ways shall not prosper.
Right, they shall labor, but their ways shall not prosper. And that's pretty much it on that. So pretty much, what does it mean? You're going to be looking, but you ain't going to be able to find it. You got something?
Yep. Proverbs 1:24
Um,
says, Because I have called and you refuse, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded.
Read it again, my brother.
Yep. It says, Proverbs 1:24, Because I have called and ye refuse, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But ye have set at not all my counsel and
You got
with none
said
of my,
not all my counsel and with what?
and with none of my reproof.
So you didn't receive the reproof of the Lord. Go ahead.
I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh.
Mm-hmm.
When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. Yep.
They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. Now you're going to be all, that's why I said, I will return to my place until they acknowledge their offense and their afflictions. They shall seek me early. But you ain't gonna find the Lord. Why? Because you ain't looking for him now, while the doors of mercies are open, you ain't gonna get him then. That was it on that?
Yeah.
Alright, now, what's it, Psalm 74:9?
I got some.
You got something, bring it up, bring it up.
It's Ezekiel 7:25. Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none.
That's it, you got it right.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. You know, destruction is gonna come. They're gonna seek peace, which peace is what? In these scriptures, all right?
They're doing that right now.
Yeah,
People with signs against the war, you know?
yep.
Praying for world peace and
Praying
shit.
for world peace.
There ain't gonna be none.
There's not gonna be any peace.
Oh, here go the hole again, man. How the hell does this nigga get back in here, man?
Remember this quickly?
Yeah, it's a roach. Them roaches, shit. Them
Oh,
niggas.
yeah.
That's a roach. That's why we call them roaches.
More.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you see, yeah, they coming.
Yeah, you see one is pretty like 1,000.
Yeah, nigga got a brigade.
You know?
Demon, yeah.
Yeah, bring this out right quick. Isaiah 48:22 says, "There is no peace, saith the Lord Yahweh, unto the wicked."
Bye-bye, roaches. Yeah, there's no peace, save the Lord Yahweh, to the wicked. You know, and bye-bye to you roaches, too. Had to hit you with some of that spiritual raid.
Oh, that's the spirit. Them dudes, there's no peace to them. That's why them niggas are moved with madness.
Yeah,
Yeah, cause the opposite of peace is fucking madness.
yeah.
Like our boy Stay Through that came up. That nigga don't have no peace. He hasn't had a peaceful thought since he came across the truth. You know?
Somebody said laugh out loud, roach party.
Roach party.
That's it? You got songs, right? Y'all was in on that, brother? Psalm 74:9.
It's always a roach party out here, bro.
Yeah, man. That's what we packing that roach spray. Anyway.
Psalm 74:9. We see not our signs. There's no more any prophet. Neither. Oh, wait. You gotta get it the vocab. You gotta get it the vocab.
You gotta read that again.
It says, we see not our signs. There is no more any prophet.
That's what they're gonna be saying.
And then what them dudes with the signs, man?
Yeah.
What them dudes with the sticks? With the 2 sticks.
Yeah, oh my
the
man.
whistle signs,
What's my man's name? The dude
Stay
with
Through.
Stay through. Stay through. Hey.
Puff Marshmallow Man.
He got the 2 sticks supposedly.
This is true. That shit was crazy, man. That dude was nuts, man.
Got his
That
money.
motherfucker had hella energy though, man. Singing, charge his battery up. He made sure he came out at the end and shit, where everybody was all tired and shit.
He a bitch, man. He's like the guy with fresh legs that gets subbed on at the end, man. Just like
Fouling
just
there.
fouling everybody. Game over too, man. I'm tired, man.
They got blown out.
They got blown up. Nigga hacked it.
Yeah.
Flagrants.
That freaks come out at night.
Yeah. Piece of shit.
Oh man, shit.
It says,
you got it. Right.
Okay.
Read that again.
Psalm 74:9. We see not our signs. There is no more any prophet. Neither is there among us any that knoweth how long.
That's right.
O Most High, how long shall the adversary reproach? Shall the enemy blaspheme the name forever?
That's it. The Most High gonna get you niggas, man.
That's right.
You doing right now?
He gonna get you, man. He said, block me again, faggot.
He got back up to
100. I'm gonna block you again. I'm gonna hit you with that roach spray anyway. Alright, that was on that, brother. Alright.
That was a strong roach, man.
Yeah, man.
That's a strong roach.
Damn.
They got a strong line.
That motherfucker got
He used to get hit with the raid, man.
that roach got hella energy.
Yeah.
Let's go to 2nd Ezra 16:36 through 40. But he gonna be one of them same clowns that's gonna be crying when that time comes, man. He said this nigga got 666 channels. Man, brothers are crazy, man. Oh man. Alright, let's
I got it.
Yeah.
yeah,
16
read
and,
that. 36 to 40. And I got one more precept. And if you brothers got anything else, if not, we can close it out with that.
2nd Ezra 16:36. Behold, the word of the Lord receiveth. Behold, the word of the Lord receive it.
So like, his brother said, laugh aloud, this roach is dedicated to get through them cracks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He got
Hard,
it.
hard, man.
Oh man. Oh, that shit is crazy, man.
Behold the word of the Lord. Receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Behold, the plagues draw nigh, and are not slack. As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment.
Right, and that's the thing, that's these different plagues and these different prophecies that are coming to pass today. Go ahead. You had some?
Yeah, because when a woman goes, it's talking about the woman's contractions, you know? Specifically the labor pains. And it says within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, that's when this picks up. Because some women really, they go through labor for 12, 24 hours, sometimes 40 hours.
Days.
Yeah, 40 hours more, like 60 hours days, you know? And they go through it, and then what happens? The contractions start coming every minute.
Yep.
Then they start coming every 30 seconds. Then they start coming every 10 seconds. And then I think they get that 15 second. And that's when the baby's coming, right? And then it says here, it says, when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her works, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment, meaning there's not that space in between the contractions. It's just pain, and then she's just screaming and pushing, right? And that's going to be the missiles, man.
That's where the Lord says, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Because in the days when all hell breaks loose, there ain't going to be no way to get to the Lord. You know, you either in there or you're not. You got it right.
God.
39.
39. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon on every side. O my people, hear my word, make you ready to the battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth.
That's a scoffer, right? Yeah, he. I'm sorry, brother. Read that again.
God damn. That's the same nigga, the same
Yeah,
picture,
man. Somebody said one of them big Madagascar roaches and shit. That's one of them big rough ass New York roaches, man. Big water bug and
The
shit.
one with the Timberland and the Yankees hat on.
And fucking be knocking people out.
God, it says, oh, the one that lives on Ishmael's hot dog cart.
Ah, shit. Yeah, that camel meat. He be
God.
serving the camel meat, you know.
God.
Working for Ishmael.
What's wrong with this nigga?
He got problems, man.
This nigga
I
crazy.
think that cat litter done got to his brain.
He's,
He's sniffing at that.
he's eating catnip.
This nigga crazy.
He off the catnip.
Read the 39th verse again.
God.
Don't this nigga got a wife, you know?
Yeah, man.
You
What
got,
you
you got
got?
the white woman, you got the white woman at home, you know?
Damn.
You know, what's wrong with this nigga?
He ain't got a life? Probably not.
Just the cat lady. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every
And
side.
you see that happening right now. So the Lord said in these times, how are we supposed to be? Go ahead. 40th verse.
O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to the battle, and in those evils be even as a pilgrim upon the earth.
And a pilgrim is somebody that's here for a moment and gone the next. You know, they don't stay too long in one place. So we're not going to be able to be out here in the streets teaching His word like that, because the Lord is going to shut down these cities. The main ones that's going to be shut is the cities. And notice, brothers mainly teach what? In the cities. Brothers that ain't as scared, you know? Because you got them other guys that want to teach in fucking alleys, man. They got the opportunity to go out and teach in the public. They want to teach in some goddamn alley and shit, throwing rocks out the alley and hiding behind the dumpster. That ain't going to work, man. You know, you got to be out there in the face of these people, man.
Cloud of witnesses.
Yeah, there you go, bro. In the cloud of witnesses. You know, because how the hell they gonna see you? You fucking hiding in the alley, teaching, talking about you on the highway. At least I'm outside. You know.
Like my man, this is Barbarian Horde.
Oh, that dude, man. We break motherfuckers up in 7,000 pieces. He in a goddamn alley somewhere.
He's cursing out a whole bitch 3 blocks away, man.
Well, the one dude did some video editing, so to make it think that you was out. Remember the Burger King prophet?
Yeah.
You serious, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, the green screen with the
Yeah,
brick wall.
green screen with a brick wall.
The green screen with a brick wall. You can see he's moving his head. You see the green shit.
That's fucked up. Man.
Yeah, the Lord don't see that, you know.
Damn. That's a scripture. It says don't think that you'll be able to be hidden because there's so many people or something like that. The Lord's eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, man. You got it right.
It says, "O my people, hear my word, make you ready to the battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth."
Right, that's pretty much it on that.
Alright, come.
I got one last one, Hebrews 3, 12 to 19, and if y'all brothers got anything else, if not, we could close out
Okay.
on that. So y'all brothers
Hebrews
got Hebrews 3, and I'll start at the 12th verse and down to the 19th.
It's Hebrews chapter 3, verse 12. Take heed, brethren, lest there be in any of you an evil heart of unbelief in departing from the living power.
Right, right.
Verse 13 says, "But exhort one another daily, while it is called today, lest any of you be hardened through the deceitfulness of sin."
And that's what we keep teaching, guys.
Verse 14, "For we are made partakers of Hamashiach, if we hold the beginning of our confidence steadfast unto the end."
To the beginning of our confidence is what we learned from the beginning. You got it right.
Yep, Sirach 37 and 12. But be continually with a godly man who now knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord, whose mind is according to thy mind, and will sorrow with thee if thou shalt miscarry.
Beautiful, man. You know, that you can't break that down. That's already self-explanatory. You know? You got it right. Is he back again?
Yeah, this nigga.
The real Junior?
Man, this guy.
It's a real roach, man.
Oh, man. That's a true definition of a roach.
It's a Super Saiyan roach, man.
You got it right.
Yeah, back in Hebrews 3 and read 14 again, it says, "For we are made partakers of Yahushua, if we hold the beginning of our confidence steadfast unto the end."
What it says is, what did it say? Being assured of who that has learned it from, something like that.
Yep,
Is that Timothy?
yep. Let me get it.
Yeah, you can get that.
Alright, 2 Timothy 3 and 12, 13. "But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived.
Deceiving and being deceived, guys.
But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them."
Right. Read that again, that last verse.
Right. "But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured
Right.
of,
Continuing the things which thou hast learned and has been assured of, God.
knowing of whom thou hast learned them."
Knowing of whom thou hast learned them. Read this last verse again, 14.
Hebrews 3 and 14, "For we are made partakers of Yahushua, if we hold the beginning of our confidence steadfast unto the end. While it is said today, if ye will hear his voice, harden not your hearts, as in the provocation. For some when they had heard did provoke."
Right, and that's these people that, like this roach here. He hear it, but he's provoking the Lord. That's that same wickedness and unbelief that Jake had back in the wilderness.
Yep.
He's one of them clowns that was in the wilderness that got left out there. His bones are still out there in the desert somewhere, probably. And in the desert of the wilderness. Go ahead.
It says, "For some when they had heard did provoke, howbeit not all that came out of Egypt by Moses."
Which was only 2 men that actually made it out, that was actually delivered from the land of Egypt. Which was Joshua and Caleb.
Yep.
You know, go ahead.
Verse 17 says, "But with whom was he grieved 40 years? Was it not with them that had sinned, whose carcasses fell in the wilderness?
Go ahead.
And to whom sware he that they should not enter into his rest, but to them that believe not?"
And a lot of you ain't gonna enter to the Lord's rest. That roach ain't gonna enter in, and you clowns that change the doctrine and change the truth, you know, into a lie. The Lord, you gonna get it too, man. And you false prophets out there, General Yohana, Nate, Bubba Blackfish, and the rest of you clowns. Go ahead.
Yep, verse 19 says, "So we see that they could not enter in because of unbelief."
Right. So pretty much that's what's happening. So the people out here that are not getting the truth, what we out there teaching, is because of unbelief. You know, that's why the scripture say, "Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee," because they're gonna die in their unfaithfulness. You got something, bro?
Romans 3 and 3.
Beautiful.
"For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? The Most High forbid. Yea, let the Most High be true, but every man a liar."
So you ain't gonna stop this truth.
Nope.
No matter what you do, you ain't gonna stop it. That's it on that?
A little bit more. As it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged.
Right, by staying true to the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And that's it. You know, if anybody's got any closing statements, any scriptures, anything they want to say, you know, that's it. Alright, so with that, you know, we're going to close out. It's 12 o'clock here. You know, brothers got to get going, man, you know, because they got to work in the morning. Although we are bums, like they say, you know. So with that, you know, hope you brothers have been edified. Until the next time we say, Shalom.
Shalom.
Somebody hit that, yeah.